What's up guys, Connor Wells here, hope you're all good. Let me know if you're having a good day or not. Thank you very much for joining me. This is my second video for 2019. How's your New Year's resolutions going? I don't think I've set any sort of resolutions, so to speak, more like goals, as you guys know, like in my napkin plan. I just sort of set some goals and targets that I want to reach this year, but not necessarily a resolution. Maybe the working out one, but that's about it really. So if you're new to the channel, it would be really great guys if you subscribed and hit the notification button. That way you get a notification and every time I post a video it will tell you. Happy days. So this channel is mainly a music channel. Like, I do covers and I write my own music, and of course I've been starting to do some vlogs and stuff throughout like the last year or so, but I'm gonna do a music video today, not as in like I'm gonna sing one of my own songs, but I'm gonna talk something musical. So one thing I've noticed about musicians is there's a big divide between two big music platforms, and those are Apple Music and Spotify. Now my music is on both. I've got my album, I've got my EP and a couple of singles all on both, and they all perform various levels on those platforms. So today I'm going to sort of share my experiences with Apple Music and with Spotify. It's sort of like a pros and cons of each one. I've not got a favourite, to be honest, but they're both great in their own sense, and it's not like a I hate one, I hate the other. It's sort of like a debate, so to speak. So starting off, these platforms actually share one similarity. They are around the same price. Now Spotify is $9.99 a month, and I think Apple Music is £10 a month. I believe that's the same in dollars as well. They're both the same, sort of $9-10. So price wise they're about the same, but it's what you get from them is the big difference. And another thing which is important, obviously it's not all about money, but it's how they pay their artists. Now I'm going to give you a statistic of one of the reports I get from the people who put my music on to Spotify and iTunes and Amazon. Now I use a company called TuneCore. They're absolutely brilliant, highly recommend them if you are like an independent artist like myself and are sort of struggling to get your music out there, whether it's just posting it through Facebook. Get it onto TuneCore. They're a brilliant service. They've helped me quite a few times. Like on my last EP, I made a typo. I forgot to type my second name, so the album Home Is Where Your Heart Is, or Soldiers, whatever one it was, it went onto iTunes and Spotify under the name of just Connor, not Connor Wells, and they rectified it within like the two or 3 days. They were absolutely brilliant. They're really good service. They give you a live sort of daily trend reports as well, and you get your monthly, your money in, and they're really good. I highly recommend them. Now this statistic, like obviously they take a little bit of a cut for hosting the music on there, but this is from January to December, as in December 2018. Now on Spotify from January 2018 to December 2018, I got quite a few streams. I got over 2,000 streams, like sort of wholly throughout whole my music, and in total I made, according to my my thing, $11.60 from Spotify. That's like sort of well over like 2,500 streams, and I made $11.60. It's crazy. Like I'm not a big fan of Taylor Swift, but I can understand why she pulled her music from Spotify, because the way they pay their artists it's not very good. Whereas on the other hand with Apple Music, now from January 2018 to December 2018, I made $74.43, and I got around the same amount of streams, 2,500 streams throughout the whole of that year on Apple Music, and I got paid more than twice as much. It's crazy. But that's sort of one difference about sort of Spotify and Apple Music, which makes them very different. It's the way they pay the artist per stream. It's very bizarre. I don't know why. I think it should be just like a flat rate. If you get like 5 streams, a certain amount of money. It's just bizarre. It's very weird, but pros and cons, I guess, innit? Now, although Spotify do pay you less, they do have one advantage over Apple Music. Now, on Spotify, you can listen for free. You don't have to subscribe to Spotify Premium, but you do get adverts. That's sort of a pros and cons now. Luckily with my phone contracts, you know, I'm with Vodafone, so you get like with a 24-month contract you get a certain, you know, a gift thing, so you get like Sky Sports or BT Sports or Spotify Premium for 24 months. Now obviously being a music fan myself, it's a given, isn't it? It's a given. I chose to choose Spotify Premium for 24 months. Now that means I don't get any adverts and I can stream as much as I want, you know, I can create my own playlists and all that. But you can still listen to the music. You may get a few adverts, but for free. That's the thing. But with Apple Music, you have to subscribe. You cannot listen to anything exclusive on Apple Music for free. You have to do the subscription. You have to pay your $9.99 a month. Now in that sense I can understand why Apple Music do pay more, because more people obviously subscribe to Apple Music. If they're on iPhones, I guess they do. I mean, if I didn't have Spotify, I probably would do Apple Music, but since I get this with my phone, I might as well take advantage of it and go to Spotify Premium. I'm divided, you know, I'm divided between each one. I don't have a favourite, I don't like, you know, it's strange. Now one thing Apple Music does have an advantage of over Spotify is they get the Apple Music Festival. Now I know they used to do it, I can't remember if they still do, but yeah, the Apple Music Festival, which was really, really cool. It used to be the iTunes Festival. It used to be held at the Roundhouse in Camden, which is an amazing venue. I wanted to see Feeder there a few years ago, but tickets just sold out in 2 days. I was gutted, and I didn't get paid till like a week after, so that was a shame. But you get the exclusive like interviews, you get behind the scenes documentaries. Like there's this one that I managed to watch, pirated, I will admit, but it was the making of Harry Styles' album. Now I love that album, it's one of my favourite albums from 2018, and it was a quality album, really, really good. The singles on it were brilliant, especially the song Kiwi and Ever Since New York. Ever Since New York is one song that I do on my live set. Maybe I should cover that song on my channel, what do you reckon? But he made like a whole sort of behind the album video, but it was only exclusively on Apple Music, which was a shame, because, you know, I really wanted to watch it at the time when it came out, but there was no point just for me paying $9.99 a month just to watch one thing that I really wanted to see. But that is one advantage. You get so much more sort of behind the scenes stuff and video content on Apple Music, whereas with Spotify on the other hand, you get so many playlists. Honestly, if I just scroll through my Spotify right now, like, look at all these different playlists. It is crazy. Like, there are loads, all different moods and genres. You got your Christmas playlist at Christmas. It is crazy. Like, that's brilliant though. So if you're like if you're doing like a long drive, you can find like a road trip playlist. It's brilliant, of all these 60s, 70s, 80s songs, and that's brilliant. I love that. I love sticking on like a good Spotify playlist, like a driving one, and, you know, not knowing what song's going to come next, and that's brilliant. And another thing that Spotify does is they create you your own playlist. Like, I think that for me, because I use it quite a lot, they make me like 3 or 4 playlists of songs that I might like. One day I might be listening to like Childish Gambino, Redbone, and it'll make a playlist of songs within that sort of genre and similar to that, you know, funky or sort of R&B. And then the next day I might be listening to someone like Nick Drake, and it will create me this really cool sort of folky singer-songwriter English playlist, and it's brilliant, really, really cool. I love that feature. Now I know this is only a short video, but I just wanted to talk about my experiences with Spotify and my experiences with Apple Music, because they are both, like, don't get me wrong, they are both great, but they both have their problems as well. And if you're a musician, do get involved in the comments below. Let me know what one you prefer. Like, I'll run a poll up here actually. Do you prefer Spotify or do you prefer Apple Music? Now, if I had to choose one, it probably would be Spotify, just because, you know, I get that for free, and, you know, they make so many playlists for you. You know, it is brilliant. I love the whole layout of the pages as well, and that's another thing as well, because I'm a Spotify Connect artist, I'm a verified artist on Spotify. You get full control of your page, and that's brilliant. You know, you can create your own header, you can choose your thumbnail, you can list your gigs and your merch and a bio and photos, and that's brilliant. Where with Apple Music, although I am a Apple Connect artist, that's what they call it, Apple Connect. I don't know, I don't really like that name, but since I am an Apple Connect artist, you know, you can control your music from there, but it's very limited. Unless you're signed by a label, you can't choose your artist picture, you can't upload other photos, you can't list your tour dates, and that's really frustrating, because, you know, on my profile I like to have everything looking the way I want, And I know it's a bit control freak of me, but I love to have it looking the way I like. You know, I like to have my cover photo the way I want, my profile picture of me at the time. You know, I like having that control and being able to edit that on the fly. And you can do that with Spotify, but with Apple Music, you know, you can't. Yeah, I just wanted to share my experiences with Apple Music and Spotify. If you're new to the channel, like I said earlier, please hit the subscribe button and turn notification bells on. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're a musician, unsigned, or if you are signed, let me know what you think about each of those platforms as well, because yeah, it'd be really interesting to know. If you're new to the channel as well, I post a new cover every Wednesday at 6 o'clock, and like today, a new vlog every Sunday. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and catch up with you all soon. Peace.